The Tory MPs have submitted their letters of no confidence against Boris Johnson to the 1922 committee. Well, it seems to be getting worse for the Prime Minister every single day. Over the last couple of days, we've been reporting how on the division inside Downing Street, the criticisms of the people around Boris Johnson, his advisors, and now we are hearing that there are a number of Tory MPs who have already submitted their letters of no confidence in him as a party leader and Prime Minister to the 1922 committee. This is going to become, it really depends, by the way, on how bad the situation is, because when we talk about the 1922 committee, you essentially need about 54 MPs to submit their letters, about 15% of the parliamentary party. That's not really that many. Well, we don't exactly know how many have already submitted. But the comments that we are hearing in terms of the MPs, the backbench MPs, one of the senior MPs said that Boris is like Jose Mourinho. He was good a decade ago, and his powers have been fading ever since. Yes, he won an election, but a bowl of soup could have beaten Jeremy Corbyn. There is a real danger. He has until spring to get back on track, or he will be in real trouble. Letters have gone in. I am on the cusp myself. I don't really blame them, because I'm not really sure about the bowl of soup comment, because technically yes, but Jeremy Corbyn, was still as dangerous as he was. It was never going to be that easy to beat him, and it was Boris that did beat him. It couldn't have been, if it were Theresa May, she couldn't have beaten him. She tried in 2017. On the other hand, I fully agree. Boris Johnson has been disappointing. There are a lot of comments around why, because it's not just his performance. For example, today at Prime Minister's Questions, he was pretty good, on good form. But over the last couple of days, the last week or so, has been absolutely terrible. In terms of policies, there's also another video after this we're going to publish about the criticisms over his socialist policies. But that's for later on. But in reality, there are number of people around him who are receiving criticisms, especially Dan Rosenfeld, who's the chief of staff, but also Simon Case, who's the head of civil service. So he's the prime minister of civil service. He's the youngest cabinet secretary we've had. And this is one of the main problems, because a lot of the Tories, especially from the Red Wall, the new Tory MPs from the traditional Labour areas, are saying that, well, the one who said that I think there is growing feeling that Boris needs to restamp his authority on Downing Street and do politics better. Yeah, and those two names, especially Rosenfeld and also Simon Case, they are, of course, according to the Tory MPs, they're part of the problem. And of course, there are certain other people around Boris Johnson who clearly are part of the problem too. But for those of you, in case you don't know how the process works, we have the 1922 committee, and Graham Brady. So Graham Brady is in charge. This is basically a group for the backbench Tories. It is like the trade union for the Tory backbenchers. You essentially need, as I said, 54 MPs to send in their letters, and then that will trigger the actual vote of no confidence, and essentially leadership challenge could come after. I actually want to get your opinion, because while we're all tired of Boris's lack of leadership and management, is this the right time? Because who do we have? I mean, some people might say Rishi Sunak, because he's right now he's having his honeymoon period, but he's still part of the top team. Do we trust him? Who else do we have? Do we have Liz Truss, maybe? Is she ready to be Prime Minister? Do we have Priti Patel? No, don't even go there. But that's the thing. I mean, if we get rid of him right now, who is the best person? Let me know in the comment section. I really want to get your views on this, because it's quite a fascinating situation right now. It's kind of ironic, because only a couple of years ago, Boris was the person who was leading these no confidence motions against Theresa May, and now he's the victim of his own movements. But that's the dark side of politics. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave in the comment section your favorite party leader or potential party leader, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.